Hi, this is Greg McCoach, editor of the Mining Speculator. I'm here today with President and CEO Brian Fowler of Northstar Gold Corp. Brian, we had some great news today. Boy, it's going to be fun to do this interview.
Yeah, you bet. No, it's a banner day for Northstar, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, after the initial recommendation, it took us a while to get to this point. Our market was been suffering, with the gold consolidation, that's lasted a lot longer than we thought. But here we are. I think we're getting ready for a big breakout in the gold market, and here you are delivering these good results. So let's talk about that. The stock's up 7 cents as I just looked at it for the day. Over 1.3 million shares traded, it looks like. So obviously the market liked it, and it looks to me, just you can explain further, but it looks like this is only part of the assay on this drill hole. We're going to have further assay on this particular hole, and it does leave room for expansion. In my view, it looks really good.
No, you're exactly right. These are just partial holes from the second hole that we drilled on the property. I guess backing up, we just completed at the end of April. We completed 8 holes, just under 2,000 meters of drilling. Two of the holes were focused on the allied syenite, and the results today. 6.6 grams per ton over 117 meters is it's pretty stellar. But that's just the top half of the hole. We still have about 2/3 of the hole assays pending still, so we're looking forward to more results. It's just we've been kind of dogged by intermittent and assay delivery and due to COVID complications and whatnot. So we got this batch of assays. We figured we better get this news out because it's very critical, and we're banking on more good news in the weeks to come.
Well, it sounds like you're gonna. I'm very hopeful that that's going to be accurate. You're going to be looking for further good assays. I did notice in there whenever I see the fire screen assay, is there some kind of nugget effect or something that you have to do the screening or what?
Absolutely. We've got the problems, so it's a great problem to have, of course, gold, nugget effect, but we also have another good problem, and it's more of a Kirkland Lake style problem where a lot of the gold is held contained in tellurides. And if you see the pictures linked in the news release, you can see that there's some very splashy tellurides, calaverite that occurs with this high grade gold intercept. The one we got we reported a couple weeks back, 1,010 grams per ton over a half meter, and that was just on fire assay. We subsequently did a metallic screen assay on it and bumped the grade to 1,170 grams per ton. So that worked in our favor, but it doesn't always work in our favor. We had another sample that ran 193 grams per ton over 0.6 meters, and that came back 175 grams per ton with screen assay. So the screen assay is just that's the benchmark, that's the definitive, that's the best results that you would be able to get. And considering like I said, the coarse gold and the telluride components, we are prolonged and delayed assay turnaround time is aggravated even more by those complexities.
Yeah. Well, I think that the industry is still reeling from, the 2012 to 2016, wicked bear market where a lot of these assay labs couldn't stay open, and they let their people go. And now we're all trying to play catch up, and you just don't start up an assay lab. You have, those are technical people that need to know what they're doing. So hopefully it'll be better than last year, but I think we're going to still have some problems for sure, because it looks like we're going to be doing a lot of drilling this year in the northern climates. So
yeah, well, there was Kirkland Lake's a quite busy area and limited number of labs around there, so they're all going to max, and they're just crawling out of this COVID situation. So it's going to take a while to get things back to normal, but yeah, it's a challenge for sure. We've got a number of our additional holes on rush basis. So hopefully over the next 4 to 6 weeks, we'll be able to announce all of our outstanding drill results and position ourselves to get back at it. I'd like to get back to drilling here at the end of June.
So our focus this year is going to be solely on the Miller, or are we going to go off on one of our other projects? It sounded like maybe you were going to drill one other project this summer as well.
No, the lion's share is going to be on Miller. We did late last year, we acquired the adjoining Rose Grove property. So it more than doubled our land position in the area. Rose Grove covers favorable stratigraphy and geology like Miller, but it's got a lot of glacial overburden and which hampers conventional exploration. So it hasn't been explored as much. So we're doing a geophysics
Basic reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance airborne geophysics program over it, just to identify any kind of alteration patterns and try to pick up the structures for follow-up. Also, we've got the Bryce property, which is a porphyry intrusive hosted gold system with precious metal enriched VMS signature as well. And that's a very large property. It's 35 kilometers southwest of Miller, and it's situated on the eastern end of the Rideout Break, which is contains the Juby gold deposit about 60 kilometers to the west. So in the early 2007, 2008, Northstar spent about $4 million in that property, drilled over 20,000 meters. So we've got a fairly extensive drill hole database. We've got results that are, 25 meters of 2 grams type thing. So it's it's got some very promising potential. And so what we're doing with that, it's basically just been on ice because our focus has totally been on Miller. But with the we're spending $200,000 there this year, so we're validating and verifying the database. We're doing some mapping and sampling. We're following up. There was some recent logging on the property that uncovered some mineralized shear structures, so we're sampling those. We're putting together a 43-101 on that, and we're just going to take it to the next level and determine where to go with it. Our last property is the Milestone copper nickel cobalt property. It's situated about another 60 kilometers south on Temagami Lake. It's an old Teck property. It's got the Diadem historic estimate, so it's open and it hasn't been really looked at for a number of years. So we're putting a 43-101 on that as well, addressing that up, and we're just looking at monetizing it either through spin out or option or whatever makes sense. Copper, nickel, cobalt really is in our space, so we're more focused on gold.
Yeah, well, for all intents and purposes, the bulk of our budget's going into Miller, as it should right now, because we're onto something here, and this is what we want to keep pushing the program there as we keep getting good results. So that's what's going to drive our stock price. So let's stay at it,
Absolutely. No,
yeah.
We're looking forward to getting the results, and like I said, fire up again here at the end of June, and definitely be following up the Allied Gold Zone results to the north. That intrusive, that near surface bulk tonnage system is open to the north, and there's still a lot of room to significantly expand it. So both north along strike and then east and west as well, because mineralization isn't totally confined to the cyanide. We drilled a hole last year, a hole 49 that intersected 100 meters plus of a gram, 1.4 grams, I believe. Yeah. That was in volcanics, so it's it's outside of the intrusion. So there's still a lot we don't understand, but every hole, every new drill campaign is really adding to the story, and we're really excited about it.
Well, look, we got to end. We're out of time, but let's keep going. Let's just watch for these assays. I'm very excited about what can happen for Northstar Gold this summer.